They haven't decided it?
Hello? Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Rise and shine, everyone. It's time for some Eastern Panhandle baseball at the beach, as we've got an EPAC matchup here that doesn't necessarily mean anything in the EPAC standings between Martinsburg and Washington. Spencer Boyd joined alongside Trip Tobin, Nick Verzolini. Happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin on camera. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop and our own Mike Hornby getting us on the air today. Shout out to them back in the studio. But guys, it's a weird matchup because it's an Eastern Panhandle game. These two teams are going to play in a few days. But at Washington High School, all the way up in Charlestown, this is kind of like a previewness, kind of, in a way, against what Tuesday is going to be for these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an odd situation coming down here. And, after the rain out yesterday, the way the seedings were paired and, some teams went home. But, kudos to these guys for getting the 4 games in, getting these guys as much baseball as possible. I mean, to say that it really doesn't matter, to me, I'm not sure about that. I think regardless, the human nature part of it and the seeding says, this game they played each other, and it's a head-to-head matchup, so that could play, into the decision the coaches make at the end of the year for the seeding. So, I mean, it shouldn't, it doesn't when you look at when you're going to look at the end of the year where it says, which team, played this team head-to-head, but believe me, I believe it'll still be in their minds here in the next couple of weeks when they do that pairing. But it's a great day here. Beautiful day yesterday. Unfortunately, turned out to be a beautiful day. Well, fortunately, but unfortunately didn't get any baseball in. But both teams are kind of trying to figure out how they're going to find some energy. And both coaches are telling their teams, this is meaningful games, and let's get out there and get after it. And we'll see which team got the most sleep last night, I guess.
And Nick, looking at this matchup, the last time these two teams played at Martinsburg at P.O. Faulkner Park, it was a 6-5 victory for the Patriots as Martinsburg got out to a 1-0 lead, but then saw themselves down after 3 innings, 5-3, and then it kind of just shuffled from there. As in the top of the 7th inning, Washington was able to get a run to put them up 6-5, and that was all she wrote in that game. And Washington got the victory 6-5 over Martinsburg back on March 27th, but here we are in April.
Yeah, that was the last time we got to see Colin Reed pitch. He left that game in the first inning with the injury, and Connor Smith comes in for Washington and really does a good job of keeping his team in the game and pitching out of the bullpen, despite probably not expecting to pitch in that game, because Colin is a guy that you expect to get you at least 5-6 innings out there on the mound, if not the full 7. So they lost him in that game. He hasn't been able to pitch since. Still a part of the lineup, though. And that was a really interesting kind of back and forth win, and I think a really important win at the time for Washington. They'd love to win 2 of 3, I guess, because I would still count it if I'm these two teams, because it's still a game being played, and it's a potential sectional matchup if these regional championship matchup if these two teams will make it out of their sections. Now they're both probably not the favorites in their sections, but they certainly have a shot. They've both been competitive with the other teams in their section, so I think it's a big game in that sense as well, because you can pick up some things from this one that maybe you're able to go back to later down the stretch in the season if you were to match up again after, of course, Tuesday. So, I think it's an important game, and I think that first game was a big win for the Patriots to kind of send a message that they can knock off, Martinsburg, who's obviously one of the top programs in the EPAC, and for Martinsburg, they're trying to kind of avenge that loss a little bit, and they certainly didn't like, losing on their home field. So, I think it should be a fun matchup today, even though, it's early in the morning in South Carolina, and like we said, technically it won't count toward the standings. I still think it's a big matchup in some ways.
It definitely is, and here we are on the countdown to first pitch, brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm, injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613, go to skinnerfirm.com. On their side of this 2-minute break, I caught up with both head coaches prior to the pregame show. We'll play those back here after this 2-minute break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball from the beaches on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here in Pawleys Island, South Carolina, as we get you set for EPAC at the Beaches between Washington and Martinsburg here on the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. It's now time for the coaches' interviews, brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. First, I caught up with head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Then after that, head coach of the Washington Patriots, JT DeSarno. Joined by head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and coach had the washout yesterday, but you're going to come play a Saturday morning game, ironically, against an EPAC opponent that you're going to see here in a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We're excited just to play a baseball game. It doesn't really matter who's on the other side to us. We wanted to play as many as we could down here, so we're excited for the opportunity to play today.
And, looking at the lineup today, you got Ben Reisenweber. He'll start for you on the mound, and you're going to go PO with him only today. And the lineup elsewhere looks pretty much the same as the last couple of days.
Yeah, we haven't changed a whole lot lately. Rubenthal will DH for Ben, and then when Ben, we'll probably go Ben to Rubenthal or Ben to Alter today, depending on how things go. So we got a couple arms left for today, and see what happens.
Team had an off day yesterday. Did they do anything fun?
I think they, went around on the beach and played some putt-putt and some stuff like that. This trip is not only good for good quality baseball, it's good for the kids to be around each other and, just do things together as a team, and hopefully we grow from it.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
Thanks, Spencer.
We're joined by head coach of the Washington Patriots, JT DeSarno, and Coach, off day yesterday due to the rain. Some things obviously moved around, but now you're going to play basically team that you could drive 25 minutes to and play, but you get to play in front of, at the beach. It's a different atmosphere, but same kind of game.
Yeah, it's just another day to go out and play some baseball, and anytime you get that opportunity, you can't take it for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing. It's just fun to get out here and let the kids compete, so that's what we're looking forward to today.
Who are you going to start on the mound?
Cameron Gill's going to start on the mound for us today. He hasn't thrown this week, so get him some work in today and kind of piece it together from there.
This game, obviously, a conference game, but not officially a conference game, so you get to probably do some things that you wouldn't necessarily get to do in a conference game, in a meaningful game, as this is not necessarily a meaningful game, you'd say, when it comes to the conference standings and the regional standings. Are you going to, kind of tinker the lineup up or do anything different today just to see what you can get out of your guys?
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of do a mixture of it. We're going to put some guys out there in the positions that you would expect them to play at, and then, as the game progresses, we'll probably get some guys some opportunity to play down here while they're at the beach and kind of get that enjoyment and put that experience under their belt, too.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That was head coach of the Washington Patriots, J.T. DeSarno. Prior to that, you heard head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. In Washington is the home team, so it's usually flipped here at Waccamaw High School. They'll be in the visitors' dugout, but take as the home team, and Martinsburg will be the away team. So they'll bat first. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. On the other side of the 2-minute break, we'll continue the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. You're tuned in.
WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community with 8 new...
2 minutes.
WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community with 8 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Gitanjali Sangwan, Cardiology, Physician's Assistant Jada Brown, Neurosurgery, Certified Nurse Midwife Jennifer Glorioso, and the following nurse practitioners: Desiree Wolf, Pulmonology, Pamela Campbell, Nephrology, Jennifer Colvin, Neurology, Tori Linton, Orthopedics, and Dabney Wisecarver, OBGYN. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camion Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow 1 to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
To Waccamaw High School here, as we've already got first pitch. We're trying to get things going early. First pitch brought to you by CMA Chevy of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue. Visit them today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. Chevy, find new roads. First pitch coming at 8:57 a.m. Folks, apologize that we could not get it on, but it's now a 2-2 count. Canby is going to run out the infielder and the infield hit, and he will get it as Connor Smith is not able to make the catch. So 1 on here for Martinsburg, who is the away team, as Oviedo's at the plate.
That was a ground ball hitting with 2-2 count by Canby. Ground ball over to third base, scooped it up. Landon Brady over there threw the ball in the dirt to third base. Speedy Canby had him rushing a throw, and Connor Smith tried to dig it out and just couldn't quite keep a handle on it. So Martinsburg gets a lead off on. Early mistake by Washington. Cam Gill's on the mound, and Oviedo at the plate.
First pitch into Oviedo. It's high for ball 1. We'll set the defense for you. It's Brady, Dunbar, McCarthy, and Smith. Third base, shortstop, second base, first base. Cam Gill doing the catching. Cam Moore is doing the catching. Cameron Gill is doing the pitching. Left to right from the outfield, it's Michael Poltart, Jackson Earl, and Jamison Earl in right. And Colin Reed will be doing the designated hitting. But Cam Moore back behind the plate today. We'll get into that later on. Pitch into Oviedo as Canby goes, and the throwdown is cut off by the pitcher Gill.
I don't think he wanted to cut it off. Moore just cut it loose, and Gill had to get a defensive catch there as he didn't get quite ducked out of the way, and so it would look like a pitch catch.
Yeah.
Chuck and Duck style throw. Canby's at second now.
2-1 delivery from Gill. It's in there for called strike 2. So it's Canby, Oviedo, Lupus, Sifford, Buber, Alter, Grove, Rubenthal, the designated hitter for the pitcher Ben Reisenweber, and Everhart. It's a lineup 1 to 9. Oviedo smacks that one into right field. It'll be a single coming around as Canby's going to make the turn, and he's going to slide in for the first run of the game. Martinsburg on top, 1-0 on an RBI single from Braden Oviedo.
Oviedo just took that pitch that was kind of up a little bit, and then I think it was in on his hands from where we're on the right side here. It looked like it was on his hands. He just shoved it out into right field, used a little strength there and technique, got it over the first baseman's head, and a speedy Canby comes around the score easily.
Mike Lupus due up, and you think maybe potentially Oviedo might think about taking second. Lupus at the plate. First pitch into him. It's low for ball one.
Both teams pretty quiet. Martinsburg's over there awake a little bit. Nothing like we heard in the night game against Georgetown, but
we were right next to their dugout, so maybe that's a little bit to do with it. That one popped up to left center field. Camping under it is Jackson Earl. He'll make the catch for out number one.
Just got underneath of that one. This is a big field here. Dead center, 370 feet. And all those trees behind it, there's 315 down the line, but it quickly gets you deep there in the gaps, and then over to 370 in center. But really nice field, nice, more Bermuda grass, and that infield mix is just a really nice field to play on. Beautiful backdrop with the trees here at Hawley's Island.
Landon Siffert in there for Martinsburg. First pitch into him is called strike one. Here with one out, top of the first inning. Martinsburg already on top 1-0 after an RBI single by Oviedo scored Canby, who reached on there and took second.
Oviedo's going.
And they're going to get him. They're going to get him on the throw as Cam Moore back behind the plate today, and
didn't get a great jump there. He didn't have too much of a lead. A really big lead over there, but certainly a great throw by Cam Moore and a tag there by Josh McCarthy, and
Cam Moore back to his natural position.
He don't know if he has a natural position. He's just such an
the
athlete.
Position he will play in college.
Yeah.
How about that?
He's an athlete. We've seen him, all summer play in the outfield. We've seen him most of the spring play in the infield here. Now he's behind the plate. He's just a great utility guy that can fill in where needed, but certainly needs some innings behind the plate.
0-2, 2 outs, and Landon Siffert strikes out swinging. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Strike free.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly.
You got the Patriots starting lineup?
Do I? Yeah.
Want to give it to me here when we come back? Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here as we get things set for the bottom of the first inning. Your starting lineup for the Washington Patriots, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com for your Patriots trip.
Leading off today, doing the pitching today is Cam Gill. Batting second, playing shortstop, Brandon Dunbar. Batting third, doing the catching is Cam Moore. DHing tonight for the second baseman, Josh McCarthy. Doing the DHing is Colin Reed. Batting fifth and playing left field, Michael Poltar. Batting sixth and playing third base, Landon Brady. Batting seventh, playing first base, Connor Smith. Your right fielder in the eighth spot is Jamison Earl, and your center fielder in the ninth spot is Jackson Earl.
There's your starting lineups, brought to you by Trips Flooring here on this Saturday morning, 9:05. First pitch was at 8:57. We'll get you the weather here. Bright, sunny, 64 degrees Going to get up to 74 by 11 a.m. That's your weather. Brought to you by CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue, home of the lifetime limited powertrain warranty with every vehicle they sell at no additional cost to you, as Cam Gill steps in the box. Reisenweber doing the pitching for Martinsburg. First pitch in him. Called, strike one.
Reisenweber out there wearing the black jersey with the black numbers with the white around it. Right trim.
The 0-1 delivery, that hit back up the middle, and it's going into center field for a base knock.
I like both teams' uniforms today, Drew.
Yeah. Martinsburg's in the black shirts with the black numbers with the white outline, and I know Matt Miller wouldn't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that part of it either.
They got the white hats with the white pants, and the orange M on there. Got Washington with the red jerseys, the white with the red pinstripe pants, the blue numbers with the white outlines.
Got a courtesy runner coming in. Courtesy runners courtesy of the Post 14 Hornets, the premier Legion team in the Eastern Panhandle.
Will Wild out there on the bases, being held by Mike Lupus. Everhart at second, Buber at short, Oviedo at third.
The 1-0 delivery coming in to the second batter, Dunbar. That one goes to the backstop, so Wilt heading to second.
Similar to the first inning with Martinsburg, got the leadoff man on, got the second, and here Colin Reed here telling Brandon Dunbar to do a job here as we 2-0 count, looking to take something to the other side, move the runner over, bunt, whatever he can do to get him to third base by hitting behind him.
That one popped up and fouled, brings the count to 2-1.
It's interesting. We mentioned Dunbar playing short today. He's been playing really good defense down there at third, so maybe coach feels like an opportunity to get Cam behind the plate and has moved Brandon over there at short, and we'll see how he handles it.
But
we know Cam Moore wants to play catcher.
Yeah, I think he probably went to the coach, but at some point in time said, "Hey, can I get some catching in?" And, even though he's been a great utility guy.
That one swung on, fouled off to the backstop.
Plus, Poltar's been back there. He needs a break as well. I mean, you can't. It's tough to do 3 or 4 or 5 games in a row, especially down here when you probably don't sleep in your own bed, don't get the rest that you need, and a little bit warmer, a little more humid here in a couple games.
Reisenweber steps off.
Reisenweber, could get into some serious damage trouble if Brandon gets on with the 2 guys behind him.
That one fouled off and a great snag by head coach JT DeSarno down there at third, which is different. He's recently gone over there and been the third base coach, right?
Yeah, Mr. Earl, Coach Earl's been over there at third. Today, Coach Earl's in the dugout as we get a called strike 3.
Called strike 3 as Dunbar strikes out looking for the first out of the inning.
Looks like we have a player coaching first. Coach DeSarno's at third, and not sure where Coach Earl's at. I can't see him from my angle.
Somewhere in the dugout, though.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him earlier. First
there
pitch into Cam Moore is a called strike 1. That one swung on and fouled off, hit on the right side.
That ball was hit hard. Down the right field line, we can't quite see the foul line down there, but it curled foul down through there. Oh, 0-2 count. See what Ben can do here. Try to get Cam to chase. Not give him nothing good to hit.
The 0-2 delivery falls and hits the turf.
Good pitch by Reisenweber. A lot of faith in Sippard to keep that thing out of the dirt and keep that thing from going through the backstop, as he made a nice block there. Keeping Wild at second base.
The 1-2 delivery from Reisenweber. That swung on, hit into right field. Coming around to score will be Wilt. And we're all tied up at 1 after the RBI single from Cam Moore. Ties things up at 1 apiece.
Well, Cam catching now he won't be able to run bases. Another thing he likes to do.
He won't. He'll have a courtesy runner, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, and that is number 2.
Ethan Kearns.
Ethan Kearns.
I believe it's Ethan, correct?
think so.
Kearns. Definitely number 2, Kearns. Doesn't have much of a lead over there, and throw over almost gets away. Whew.
Great grab by Lupus there as Colin Reed steps to the plate.
If you can get those two guys on and get to Reed or more than Reed, you got a chance to get some RBIs.
Oh. And that hits Colin Reed in the shoulder. Take his base. 2 on, 1 out.
Here comes Michael Poltar as Reed heads down to the bases. So as we seen the other day when we did the game, we talked about Reed being on there and possibly running or something for him at the time, but he actually steals bases on the pitcher. He actually uses his baseball IQ and his intuition to run the bases and take extra bases, and just a smart kid. As Lupus moves up in case of a bunt, Oviedo stays back. Man on first and second, nobody out.
The very little interaction I've had with Colin Reed, I think he's going to be a coach sometime in his future.
Oh, he will eventually. He loves the game. Yep, and I think he's not ready to give it up. He's ready to move on to the next
I
level.
meant in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And both runners move up as that ball passes to the backstop. So now 2 in scoring position for Michael Poltar.
Yeah, no need to bunt now unless you want to squeeze it in. But Poltar can get one of these easy RBIs as the middle's back. And, Martinsburg willing to give up the run for an out here on a ground ball.
Courtesy runner is Clem on third.
Tough situation here for Rising,
Sorry
however.
about that. Thought it was.
That one high for ball 3. 3-0 now to Michael Poltar.
An early Jambo Jam.
And a Jambo Jam for sure. Nobody out, or excuse me, 1 out.
Going high.
Rising Weber.
And he'll take his base, so bases are loaded now for Landon Brady.
I should bring the corners infield back. We're going to come out and have a talk to Rising Weber, let him know where he's at in the lineup, what he needs to do to get out of this thing, and not to limit the damage. Coach Zarnecki's going to tell him, hey, we're 1 pitch away. Just hit your spots, rely on your defense, throw the contact, things like that, just to check on him, see how he's feeling, and settle him a little bit, and then certainly talking about a little bit of a technique issue thing going on there, like a delivery. You can see him have his hand up in the air saying, hey, your release point, pulling it down, and not quite sure, just can't read lips from that far away, but you can see his body actions. He's just talking about, having his arm up and his release point down there and following through and checking the mound a little bit, but not in a terrible spot. You're in the 6-7 spot. Landon Brady getting a start today. If you could possibly get him to get a hard ground ball or something over to third base, or back to the pitcher.
Still a 1-1 game here with the bases loaded. First pitch in to Landon Brady is high for ball 1.
The other part is, Washington looking to capitalize here, taking any free base they can that Rising Weber will give them, not trying to do too much.
First strike coming in there makes it a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 delivery high for ball 2.
Rising Weber's got to find the strike zone and limit these free bases. Had a hit by pitch and a walk, and that's what's got him pretty much in trouble here.
2-1 delivery in there for a ball. 3-1 now. He's behind on the hitter, in danger of giving up a free pass and a free run.
Looks like Martinsburg's got Rupenthal in the bullpen.
That one hits him. So hit by pitch brings the runner home in Clem, courtesy running for Moore. So it's now a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Washington Patriots.
And that's going to be it for Rosenweber, I think, as I can see Rupenthal coming out of the bullpen and Coach Ballard's coming to the mound this time. Going to end Ben's game quickly here.
So quickly here is only able to getting 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll step aside for a 60-second break and have your pitching change. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball at the Beaches on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60 seconds.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School years. We've got a pitching change. Those are brought to you by Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. Rubenthal on the season. Get to the pitching stats here. He's pitched 6 innings. Gotten a save and a 1 save opportunity, giving up 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks while striking out 6 with a 4.66 ERA.
To the plate, number 25, Connor Smith.
As Connor Smith steps into the batter's box. First pitch into him, he swings and fouls it off. The 0-1 count is a Rubenthal in the ball game after Reisenweber only gets 1 out.
Tough outing there for Reisenweber. Couldn't find that release point. They come out and talked about it a little bit. Not sure if it was just uncomfortable on the mound or if he has some discomfort or just not his day. But young man come out there and give him what he had there.
The 1-1 delivery in there for called strike 2.
Early in the morning, hard to get settled in, and Martinsburg not wanting to get way behind here. Had some guys to go to, so going to let see what Rubenthal can do.
That one swung on and fouled off along the first baseline, and Rubenthal the DH, so will he hit for himself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or will they switch?
No, he'll be out. I mean, that pretty much
just takes away the DH.
Ends it for Reisenweber until Rubenthal comes off the mound.
Yeah.
And then he'd be eligible to possibly come in. But
the 1-2 delivery skips into the mitt of Siffert.
Nice job there by Siffert. Keeping the ball in front as they went off speed again. Connor Smith, a freshman, but large in stature.
The 2-2 delivery swung on down the first base line. They'll get the sure out at first because it was a slow roller.
Yeah.
Couldn't really get 2.
Couldn't get 2. Maybe we'll have come home, I'm not sure, but he opted to give, Lucas opted to go for the
number 24.
Sure out, even though he was pulled up and it wasn't hit very hard. So
fielder's choice RBI for Connor Smith.
It's not a fielder's choice if you're out.
That's true. An RBI ground out.
There you go. Fielder's choice is when you get someone else out.
At the plate now, Jamison Earl, the right fielder.
Yeah.
It's an 0-2 count now as Rubenthal's gotten in front. And that one fouled off.
Jamison Earl here. We didn't see him the other night in the game, I don't believe, did we?
Nope, we saw
Jackson. So
we thought we did.
His brother here to the plate.
That one swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the inning, but not before Washington can plate 3 runs and take a 3-run lead, 2-run lead, a 3-1 lead. We'll step aside for a 60-second break when we come back. We'll have the top of the second inning. You're tuned in to EPAC Baseball from Waccamaw High School on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are. and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. So we've got some rare EPAC baseball action as Washington takes on Martinsburg. Washington on top 3-1, and grab your coffee and a donut and relax and watch this one's trip as it's an exciting ball game so far. 4 runs total in 1 inning.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one here. I mean, Washington comes out, puts eight guys up to the plate, scores 3 runs off of a couple hits and some free bases given by Rasenweber there, but Rasenweber taken out and replaced by Rubenthal. Rubenthal comes in, gets a couple outs here, and keeps Martinsburg close.
Due up Carson Buber for Martinsburg as Gill still pitching.
As neither pitcher, is throwing, some of the velocity that we've seen throughout this week, but both are, Gill and Rubenthal will both, pinpoint fastballs.
That one hit by Buber over to the shortstop, Dunbar, and Dunbar's not able to make the play. He's beside himself out there.
Yeah, it's just a ground ball over there. He kind of got his footwork kind of messed up, kind of tangled up his feet. Like, I'm not sure exactly, but hit off the heel of his glove. He was a little tangled up in his body, and just no play. E6 there. So we've seen some free bases given by Martinsburg by the pitcher and some free bases given by Washington by the defense. So both of them need to clean that up as they move through this game.
Christian Alter trying to bunt Buber over there.
I was talking with Coach DeSarno about the issues they've had at shortstop, as we mentioned earlier. Big reason why Cam Moore's been over there. But today they're obviously catching Cam and trying to figure something else out.
The great bunt put down by Alter, and it'll move over Buber to second.
Nice play by Gill to come off the mound there. It was way up the first baseline, bunted hard, and a good job by him and Connor Smith to communicate so that so both of them didn't go after the ball, no one covered. But yep, good play there, moved him over, good baseball all the way around. Martinsburg opting to try to cut away at this lead, 1 run at a time, and see what they can do here with Grove coming to the plate, who's had a few hits this weekend and playing really well.
Yeah, getting the hit for himself lately. It's the first pitch into Isaac Grove. In there for called strike 1. 0-1 the count.
One thing about it, looks like Gill's going to throw strikes. He's going to work batter, change speeds. He's got that curveball that he can pinpoint either for a strike or drop it out of the zone, try to get him to chase. So
the 0-1 delivery in the dirt, and going to third now is Buber, so only 90 feet away from making this a 1-run game is Carson Buber.
That crossed up Cam a little bit as he had to jump out in the left-hander batter's box and kicked it back over under Grove's feet, and good read by Buber, knowing that he could move up there without a throw. Gill's was in the wind-up, steps back off, gets in the stretch.
That one a ball, 2-1 the count. Interesting as the Martinsburg game changer has ruled Carson Buber's getting on base a single. Not an E5 or an E6, excuse me. Well, I have it down as an E6 though. That one fouled off, brings the count to 2-2.
Because it was an E6.
A 2-1 pitch in there for a ball, 3-1. full count now. Payoff pitch. That one fouled off into the Martinsburg dugout, caught by Coach Zarnicki.
Zarnicki making the play over there on the big chop.
You get some coffee this morning, Trip?
2 cups, yep.
2 cups. Might go for a third here,
I
too.
would. But then I'll have to take a break.
The 3-2 delivery from Gill. High for ball 4. Runners on the corners now for the Bulldogs.
So 2 free bases this inning's got Martinsburg back in a situation where they could cut into this lead, if not tie it up here with the guys on base. It'd be interesting to see it's a left-handed batter. And one, first and third. Cam Moore's already thrown a runner out. Might be a time in the game where you just go ahead and try to throw him out.
Rubenthal at the plate.
Good at bat though from Isaac Grove.
Yeah, he's had some great at bats down here, starting to maybe separate himself a little bit. Not sure.
Rubenthal puts the bunt down. Scoring is Boober, and both runners are safe. Or all runners are safe.
Nice play there on the
RBI bunt.
On the bunt there by Rubenthal as he pushed it up the line, and Boober read it, came home. It was just out in front of the plate, far enough that Cam couldn't get it, but far enough away that Gill had to come rolling in. And when he tossed it to Moore, he tossed it kind of up in the air, like instead of a straight, more of a flat toss, he called it up in the air, and Boober come underneath of it. So both runners advance, or excuse me.
All 3 runners.
Or
2
Grove
runners
advances a second.
Yeah.
Grove advances a second, and Rubenthal gets on the fielder's choice there. We're going to run for the pitcher now as we got Wilt, I believe, coming in to run for
Took a little
Rubenthal.
bit there, but Wilt coming in.
Well, he was a DH, so he probably kind of coming into the game on the board over there. He's a DH, so can't run for the DH, but you can get a free runner for the pitcher now that Rubenthal has changed in the lineup.
Yeah.
So Wilt's on it first. A lot of speed out there behind.
It's a 3-2 ball game, though, and a bunt there by Everhart. Bunted back to the backstop.
Ball was up. Everhart's hanging his head a little bit. Could have been ball 2. But here you got Landon Brady at third base, back maybe a little too far. Should be up at least in case, to the grass in case it's bunted hard that way. But he's going to stay back and look for Keegan to try to push it down there again probably.
You with 2 strikes, yeah.
It's only one. Now it's 2. Sorry about that.
I thought he had already missed one.
No, 1-1 in there. He fouls that one off on the bunt attempt.
Well, it's probably, a good thing for Washington that he fouled him off because Brady stayed back, and anything down that line would have caused trouble for Gill. So now he'll either have to take another shot at possibly fouling one off for a strikeout or hitting away here.
The 1-2 from Gill. That one popped out in the left field. Camping under it is Poltar. He makes the catch for out number 2, trying to get the double play at second. Was McCarthy, but getting back in time.
The ball was hit, not really a pop fly, but not a liner, if that tells you anything, sort of. And Grove took off on the pitch, so he was at third when he finally did retreat. Coach Ballard sent him back, and he went all the way back, went in head first. Throw came in to second base. It was really close play there, and he did get it back in time.
Martinsburg turns the lineup over with 2 out and 2 on. Jordan Canby due up. Reached and scored on his last time up on an E5.
You don't root for either team here in the EPAC, as we come down here and both these teams we cover and pull for, but Canby needs a good day. He just needs to get off. He's been really pressing, taking some strikes, and not happy with his offense down here at the beach by any means. So, looking to have a good day here for Canby.
Fouls off that one. 1-1 count. The 1-1 delivery fouls that one off again.
Yeah, he needs to stay aggressive. He could, he can certainly swing the bat. Certainly has power, has the speed. Can get on base in multiple ways.
Hasn't all been on him though. He was called out on Pretty obvious hit by pitch.
Yeah, that didn't help it much.
The 1-2 delivery skips in the glove, and both runners advance.
I think he had a good RBI there in that Shady Spring game, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
He's had a few hits here and there, but definitely not his standard, probably.
No, not nothing he would he would call a great weekend so far. He's hard himself. We heard him in the interview saying what his goals were, and got a chance here to get a hit and a couple RBIs under his belt.
2-2 delivery from Gill, swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before Martinsburg can get one back and make it a one-run game. 3-2 is the score. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Sure. I mean, Jefferson's playing.
Welcome back here to Waccamaw High School. Spencer Trip-Tobin and Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin running the camera back in the studio. Dylan Bishop got us started, and the mogul Mike Hornby running things back there for us today. Shout out to him.
Martinsburg had a chance here to take the lead there, and great job by Gill.
First pitch, swinging, and they're going to get him out of first. Is Jameson Earl.
That was a great play
Jackson Earl, excuse me.
Yeah, Jackson. That was a great play there by Keegan Everhart as the ball was hit. Was a slow roller, got past the pitcher, had to come in, basically on a do-or-die kind of throw. Made that play, turned, twisted his body, and threw back across it behind the pitcher's mound over to first just in time.
4-3 ground out. Now do up top of the order, Cam Gill, the pitcher.
That might have ended Cam Gill's day if that one catches him on the shin. Wouldn't want to get hit there. He's got the shin guard on, so hope that would help.
The 1-0 delivery in there for a called strike one.
It's tough for Rubenthal. It's a tough day for Rosenweber, of course. We hope hope it's not injury, or hope it's just wasn't his day, and he'll fix that. But tough for Rubenthal, thinking he might come in on the third, fourth, fifth, maybe. At the earliest, the third or fourth, to quickly get ready and basically get in there in the first inning. And as he thought he had plenty of time, but ran down in there and only had, half of an inning to get warm, and got in there, and he looks like he's going to be able to throw some strikes.
2-2 delivery skips in there
and give his team a chance.
Brings the count full with 3-2.
All that noise you hear is Nick over there falling asleep. Lee kind of fell off the chair there, it looks like.
Yeah. I'm all good, though.
Hey, remember that
I didn't
one
pull a
time
Spencer.
I did fall off a chair, though, while we were
at a basketball game.
At the basketball game.
Middle of the game, Spencer just dives out.
Hit over there to third. Oviedo throws over to Lupus to complete the out on the 5-3 ground out.
And as much as Washington has having some issues at shortstop, Martinsburg certainly has a very strong infield, and they have played really clean baseball for the most part. Down here, when you look at their fielding percentage on ground balls, I'm sure it's got to be way up there in the 90%, if not more. A couple of those ground balls or a bunch that Malloy laid down created some errors, but other than that, they've played really clean, especially Oviedo.
That one drops into center field for a base knock for Brandon Dunbar, who checks in with a hit after striking out looking in the first inning.
Two-out hit. I mean, looked like Rubenthal was doing his job attacking the number 2 hitter, knowing what was coming up behind him and trying to get him out. Now you've got to deal with the speedy Brandon Dunbar trying to move up possibly, and then the hot-hitting 3-4 guys here for Washington, Moore and Reed.
Cam Moore with the RBI single, his last time up. First pitch in there.
2 guys we
know
ball. Can swing it.
Yeah.
All spring and all summer they tear pitching up.
Throw over there to try to get Dunbar, but he's back in time. The 1-0 delivery, and that one hit on into left field. Camping under it is Grove, and Grove makes the catch for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the third inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome back here to Waccamaw High School as we have an EPAC battle between Washington and Martinsburg. Washington with a 3-2 lead as we get into this inning. We'll check the EPAC baseball roundup. That's brought to you by Jambo Construction and Fencing, LLC, a veteran-owned company that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452. Jefferson in action down here against McClancy, down 1-0. I believe... Is Musselman in action today? No, they're not in action today. I don't think any other team is, right, Tripp?
Spring Mills is going to play, I believe, Hurricane tonight.
They play at 11 a.m. They got a doubleheader down there.
Spring Mills?
Yep, and then they take on John Marshall at 1:30.
There it is. That's who it was. I knew somebody else was playing today. That was your EPAC Baseball Roundup brought to you by Jambo Construction and Fencing as Bo Bartley takes his way down to first base there.
They were supposed to play Greenbrier last night, but I don't have a score for that. So.
It rained out.
Okay.
Yeah, it got rained out. The Spring Mills Greenbrier game got rained out last night. Hedgesville drove home from here. Musselman got the victory against Hampshire 9-1 last night. They're off today. And then you got Washington, Martinsburg right in front of us. And Jefferson down the road. I believe they're at Socrates, aren't they? Playing McClancy.
McClancy out of New York.
Losing 1-0. Just had the bases loaded and had an opportunity to get some runs and wasn't able to get anybody across there. They're moving into the third in a 1-0 game.
Well, Jefferson Hedgesville on Tuesday.
From Hedgesville. First pitch into Oviedo is low for ball 1.
We get the Washington Martinsburg replay on Tuesday. Not us, but they'll play.
That one hit on the liner right to the third baseman, Brady, and he makes the sure-handed grab for out number 1 on the L5.
That ball was hit, and a nice play out there by Brady reaching up there. That ball gets down the corner. That's a sure double. So tough luck for Ovi there, but a great play there, and nice way to start the inning off for Cam Gill. Quick out.
Mike Lupus due up here. He flew out in the first inning. He hits that one over to Dunbar at short, and he's going to try to beat it out, but he can't. It's 1-2 on first pitches. That one, the ground out of the 6-3 variety.
Now coming to the plate, number 4, Landon Seifert.
As Landon Seifert comes to the plate, he struck out his last time up.
What's he got to do?
not swing at the first pitch. So it won't be a 1-2-3.
Unless you're Christian Malloy. They swung at 3 in a row. Oh, no, Georgetown the other night swung at 3 in a row.
He did his job.
He took
it. First thing done.
It's because it was a ball.
Yeah.
If he threw a strike, he might have swung.
3 pitches in, 2 out, and 1 ball on the batter. Pretty good inning.
1-0 delivery. That one's popped up. Camping under it is Poltar, and he makes the catch for out number 3. On the F7, we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball from the Myrtle Beach area on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Set for the bottom of the 3rd inning here between Martinsburg and Washington. It's a 3-2 lead for the Patriots over the Bulldogs. And Chip, you got something to say?
I just got a text from my wife telling me happy anniversary, but everybody always says that men forget the anniversary dates. Tomorrow's my anniversary, so
she forgot the date.
She said she had the dates mixed up because she's been down at the beach. But I'm not sure, but anybody who can text me and tell me how many years I've been married, you'll get a free
estimate.
No, you get a free meal. Compliments of Spencer Dupuis at WRNR at your favorite restaurant.
Wow, that's quite the offer there.
Quite the offer, giving away my money.
You said you would. We had to have trivia day. So the first person to text me with how many years I've been married tomorrow will get a free meal from Spencer Dupuis.
I think he meant from Trips Flooring.
The man said what he said, Spencer. And if you didn't want to agree to it, you shouldn't have brought it up.
All right, due up for Washington, Colin Reed. He was hit by a pitch and came around, I believe he came around to score.
Mike said he's got a $50 gift card.
What?
$50 gift card.
Is that what he texted you?
Yeah.
$50 gift card for anyone who can give me the correct.
He's getting me out of that. Thank you, Mike.
Years I've been married tomorrow.
Palace Lounge.
Palace Lounge.
Palace Lounge.
Get a free meal.
First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Brown, you're wrong. First guess was wrong.
Second pitch in there for a ball. 1-1 count. That one skips in there, goes to the backstop, brings the count to 2-1. It's a breeze picking up here from Waccamaw High School.
Andrew Stevens chiming in, says 29 years tomorrow, and that's correct. 29 years tomorrow. So Andrew Stevens gets to take his beautiful wife, Nicole, to the Palace Lounge.
On Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Reed fouls that one off, brings the count to 2-2. Nice breeze right now.
Andrew, like myself, know the worth of a good woman.
Brings the count to 3-2. On Colin Reed, the designated hitter, who's looking to get back into playing the field and pitching here soon. That one's grounded. And that's going to go into center field for a base knock for Colin Reed.
Hard to get that guy out, over and over more than once or twice a game.
Michael Potar due up. He walked and got, I believe he came home to score. Yeah, came home to score on the RBI ground out from Connor Smith.
Trips Trivia may have to be a new segment of the broadcast.
Yeah. I don't think Mike can be giving away a lot of gift cards, though.
I mean, it can be whatever.
Yeah, it could be something else.
Could be some Nationals merch. We have a ton of that somewhere.
Or you just get to get your name shouted out on the air.
Yeah. Or that, yeah. I like it. I like it, Nick. Bringing creative minds here. The 1-0 delivery swung on for a strike, 1-1 the count.
We got married young. I was 12. She was 11, so we're still young, very young.
In there for a ball, 2-1. On a nice morning here.
Oh, got hit in the butt.
Poltar gets hit. He'll take his base.
Poltar with a walk, now a hit by pitch.
Yep.
Instead of kind of getting out of the way, kind of awkwardly, he wasn't expecting that pitch there by the lefty as it come from the left-handed side all the way across the plate and hit him in the back, or the back hip there. So kind of an odd way to get hit by a pitch there, kind of the odd stance he had there. But
Landon Brady in, he was hit by a pitch his last time up.
Martinsburg, these free bases are going to bite.
That one right over to Keegan Everhart at second. He makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, first and second there.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 25.
Maybe he may have laid down a bunt there, or, with a Landon Brady, possibly put the bunt down and then give an opportunity to keep Connor Smith out of the double play and give him a chance to score a run there.
Connor Smith hits that one into left center field. Coming around to score is Reed, and into third. Poltar, they're going to get the runner at second. But nonetheless, Colin Reed scores an insurance run, puts the Patriots up 4-2 on the RBI single from Connor Smith.
Yeah. Yep, just like that, as we was talking about it. If Brady could have done something to move those guys over, could have scored 2 runs there. But either way, Connor Smith gets thrown out second, trying to move up on the throw to third by Canby.
Into Jamison Earl here for the first one. That one high for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery hit on into right field. And that'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here as we get you set for the top of the 4th inning. Between Washington and Martinsburg, a rare EPAC matchup at the Mingo Bay Classic here the final day. Yesterday was rained out. Talked with one of the coaches here at Waccamaw, and he said our field was ready to play by 10 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah, but I'll go. I don't really care. I'll go on there and say that I thought that was, I thought this game could have been played. I mean, we're down at the beach. The rain had cleared out early. Everybody was. I mean, it was nice to have a free day, but it certainly cut into people's weekends that we're going to go home Friday night, and I just don't think that. I think the crawl was made way too early, and I don't know what these fields look like, but I know that by 12 o'clock the sun was shining bright, and these fields drained pretty well all of a sudden.
Yeah, they had a tarp on the right field, and the outfield drained very well. Nonetheless, your first pitch into Carson Boober, top of the fourth. Here you go.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised that they didn't try to at least play in some fields.
I would assume that these schools get their own concessions and gate.
That one popped up. Cannot make it. I think it was out of play.
If they're responsible for getting the fields ready and that type of thing, they should get the gate and the concession stands. They lost the whole day of that, for part of their booth or fundraiser. And just the kids lost a day, and just I don't know, just not real happy about it.
That one swung on and missed for strike two by Carson Boober. Martinsburg down 4-2. Boober tried to take one run back with that swing right there.
Yeah, high fastball after a low curve. Great pitching by Gill.
1-2 delivery, swung on and missed, ball in the dirt, and Boober strikes out.
Uncharacteristic of Boober, who's been hot this weekend, but Martinsburg, both teams seem pretty flat, and we've seen that, and that was one reason why it was kind of a dangerous game to play for either team as far as I'm concerned. But they did want to get their guaranteed games in and play and get some swings, and someone just has to find some life as we continue to just go through the motions here.
First pitch into Alter, high for ball one.
At the moment, Cam and Rubenthal both were throwing pretty well. I mean, throwing strikes, throwing to contact, getting an occasional strikeout here and there.
Second one in there for a ball, 2-0 the count.
Starting to see Martinsburg, looking at a lineup that may stick a little bit with Grove, pretty well, and Alter, kind of having a good weekend up here. So
2-0 delivery, 3-0 now on Christian Alter.
Seen Wilt out in right field making some plays the other day, so Reisenweber's still going to be the utility guy. It depends on who's pitching.
That one high for ball four, walks him, Christian Alter on base after sack bunting his first time up.
So that makes him what? So it makes him 0 for 0 on the day.
Yeah, 0 for 0. Isaac Grove also 0 for 0 right now. He walked last time up.
Grove's looking a lot better, a lot more confident, starting to relax a little.
Oh, that one hits him square in the back, in the numbers. So hit by pitch there, he'll take his base.
I mean, right in the back.
And now Martinsburg has 2 on with 1 out. As Owen Rubenthal up to the plate, he had an RBI.
And that's what caused
on a bunt his last time up.
That's what caused the 3-run inning for the Patriots, the free bases, and so now you can see if Martinsburg can take advantage of some free bases, put some runs on the board here.
And Rubenthal had a great day the other day, 4 RBIs on the day.
Yeah, he tailed that one out into left field and
against Shady Spring.
Got it to the fence, past the left fielder, and then the base hit over here on the right side. So spraying it around.
The 1-0 delivery, high for ball 2.
Rubenthal was going to be the DH, and suddenly he becomes the pitcher very quickly in that game as young Ben Reisenweber struggled in the first inning, finding some control, finding a release point.
As Gill finds the strike zone on that 2-0 pitch, now it's 2-1.
A high strike. Got the first base up just in case Connor Smith, in case he lays a bunt down.
That one in there for called strike 2 as he comes back and has 2 straight strikes.
So Rubenthal has an RBI today on that fielder's choice bunt.
Yeah. A 2-2 delivery. In there, called strike 3 looking on Owen Rubenthal. Now 2 outs in the inning. Everhart with 2 outs coming up.
It's one thing Martinsburg can't do is continue to look at strikes. I mean, that was a 2-0.
I think
turned it into 3 straight strikes that was watched.
I think that's been one of their biggest bugaboos down here. So they've struck out looking to end innings a lot.
Once again, you got Everhart up, and the third baseman's all the way back. So, and so now he pulls up a bit, but, 2 outs. Go ahead and pull the third baseman up and get the out.
Yeah.
Can't let him steal behind you, but you can't let him have the line.
The 1-0 delivery in there for a ball. Now 2-0, 2 outs. Martinsburg down 4-2, but 2 runners on here.
Everhart needs to try to turn this lineup over back to the top and let Canby do what we know he can do. Any way at all, Everhart can get on.
That one swung on and missed for strike 1 by Everhart.
Yeah, Gill threw an off-speed curveball there, something him way out in front. Some kind of a change-up curveball.
And besides game 2 for Washington, they've had some pretty solid pitching performances. I mean, that 6th inning the other night didn't go their way, but Josh McCarthy threw 5 2/3, looked really strong out there, and Cam Gills looked good today.
2-1 delivery in there for a called strike 2. He evens things up here at 2-2 with 2 outs. 2-2 delivery by Gill. Outside for ball 3, brings count full at 3-2. Two outs. And a timeout granted by home plate umpire. Four-2 is the score. Washington on top. The payoff pitch fouled just past head coach Aaron Byler down the third baseline.
Glad Andrew Stevens won the gift certificate. He's been a faithful listener. He's always texting in, and him and downtown Kenny Brown always chiming in. And
did you get any other guesses over there?
About 20. Nobody was right, though.
Except for Andrew Stevens.
Except for Andrew. People were listening.
3-2 delivery. That one fouled off again. Closer to being down the line, though.
Yeah, the runners are moving. 3-2, 2 outs. A great opportunity for Keegan Everhart to pick up an RBI, maybe 2 if he can get it past an outfielder there, as both runners are moving on the pitch. Gill is staying in the stretch, of course, with men on first and second, but they're getting a jump.
8th pitch here, the 3-2 delivery. That one down the line, and that's going to score at least 1. I think we'll plate it just 1, as it'll be an RBI double for Keegan Everhart, and it's once again a 1-run game. Martinsburg down 4-3.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. He had hit 3 times down that line, over to Coach Byler in his coach box there, and still didn't get the attention too much of third baseman there, as he still gives the line a little bit. So he took it right down that line. Finally, first one was behind Coach Byler, second one was out in front of him, and the third one was down the line on all 3. So Canby had a chance to pick up a couple RBIs and give Martinsburg the lead here.
Yeah, Canby due up. He's due, as they say.
He's definitely due. He looks determined up there, maybe pressing a bit.
First pitch, and that one popped up.
He's going to take a light out.
Oh. Nearly did. He hits the
tin roof.
The tin
rusted
roof on the batting cages.
Ball come back in off the batting cage. Left fielder Poltar grabs it, sends it in.
That was close to hitting a light, though.
He curled around it.
The 0-1 delivery in there for a ball, 1-1.
You can see he's pressing a little bit. You can see him kind of have that first jerk movement there, trying to make sure he doesn't get fooled, and he'll get figured out, fixed here, especially once he resets. Man on second, third.
That one down the line, but it's grabbed by the third baseman, and he makes the throw. Smith puts his foot down, and that'll end the inning, but not before Martinsburg's able to get a run back and be down only 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned in to EPAC Baseball from the Myrtle Beach area, from the Mingo Bay Classic on Talk Radio WRNR. TV 10 back in 60 seconds.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here, the final day of the Mingo Bay Classic, and we've got a matchup of EPAC teams as the Patriots of Washington lead Martinsburg 4-3. Now they're due up to bat.
Looks like Jackson Earl's up now. Brother flew out the end of the third.
Yeah, Jackson Earl due up, pops that one up, out of play for the foul ball. Jackson had a 4-3 ground out in the second inning. The 0-1 delivery poked over to Boober. Boober's going to throw him out at first, but his foot comes off the bag. They don't get him out. It's a single for Jackson Earl.
Air on a throw.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 3, Cam Gill.
The throw pulled Lupus a little.
Today is Jackie Robinson Day in the MLB.
Oh, wow.
Everybody will have the 42 on.
The 42s. No! Mariano Rivera Day.
He's the only player, right, to ever wear that number in the recent future.
When they retired it, he was already wearing it.
He was the only one that got to wear it through his retirement.
He was the only one who had the right number on during Jackie Robinson Day. I think it's neat, though, that when they all go out in the same number.
Yeah.
76-year anniversary of him breaking the color barrier.
Great movie, too.
Yeah.
2-0 delivery. Into Cam Gill. In there for a ball, 3-0. Bottom of the fourth inning. 3-0 count. Throw a pitch in there for a ball. Or excuse me, for a strike, 3-1.
You keep trying to find that scoreboard out there, ain't you? Ball 4.
Ball 4. He'll take
3
his
bases.
base. And the courtesy runner coming on here soon.
3 bases are killing
Now
him.
batting for the Patriots, number 7, Brandon Dunbar.
3 bases are killing them.
Got 21 coming in, the courtesy runner.
That's Wilt.
Wilt once again.
Courtesy of
the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. The premier American Legion team.
Hornets standing right in front of me.
Yeah.
Nice bunt.
That one bunted down the line by Dunbar, and everyone's safe.
He bunted down the first baseline. Lupus charged. And I believe they were moving on the play, so that caused Keegan Everhart to react to second. No one was covered as Lupus and Rubenthal both went after the baseball. So.
Cam Moore has a great RBI opportunity here with the bases juiced and no outs.
And either way, it would have been a tough play for Rubenthal being a left-hander.
First pitch into him was low for ball 1.
He spun to throw, but looked up and no one was home. And Everhart was way late on that. That was a great play by Washington to get things moving, cause a little chaos, put pressure on the defense, and Martinsburg did not pass the test on that particular play.
So Washington with another great opportunity. They've been able to get guys on base for Cam Moore and Colin Reed today.
Yeah, that's where it's at. When you have
2-0 delivery, that one hit into right center field. Camby's going to throw in, but coming around to score is Jackson Earl. We'll make it a 5-3 ball game on the sac fly RBI from Cam Moore.
Martinsburg had no cut there as Lupus stayed at first.
Number 14, Colin
so they weren't able to cut and throw to third to cut Wilt down. Wilt seen the opportunity to move up as the throw came all the way from about the 350 mark all the way to home on the hop.
Wilt now in there at third, 90 feet away from scoring for Colin Reed.
It's not a great defensive inning from Martinsburg so far when it comes to just playing the defense. Runner goes.
Sifford fakes the throw on the ball.
They're going to put Reed on now that they've done that. So now you got first base open. Just go ahead and put Reed on. Don't give him opportunity to get two RBIs there.
The intentional walk.
So after they moved up on the play, they'll just walk him.
And Poltar, who was hit by a pitch.
After they moved up on the pass ball, excuse me. Or the catcher's indifference. Whew, I'm still asleep. Catcher's indifference there allowed Dunbar to move to second, and then they just intentionally walked Reed to load the bases.
First pitch in there, a ball on Michael Poltar.
Washington has not trailed in this. Had base runners on, most of the innings here. In scoring position.
They have trailed, Trib. They were down 1-0 after the top of the first.
Oh, yeah. You're right. When Canby scored. Haven't trailed since then.
Nope. That pitch in there for strike. 1-1 delivery. That one swung on and missed by Poltar.
Backswing got. Ball was in the dirt a little bit. Sifford reached up to grab it, and then Poltar's backswing got him in the back of the head. As Poltar, being the catcher, knows how that feels. Kind of checked on him. So good sportsmanship there.
1-2 delivery, fouled off again.
And really, I mean, the difference in the game right now has been the defense for Washington at times. Mm-hmm. 2 errors on game changer. I think we have them for 3.
Yeah,
because Martinsburg only has 3 hits, and that's how they've gotten 3 runs.
And the other part is in Martinsburg, leaving base runners on and not capitalizing and taking the opportunities to get those runs in, which has been, like use Spencer's word, the bugaboo. Watching third strike with base runners on is not, it's just not going
to. 2-2 delivery. That one hit out over to Everhart. Everhart's going to try to get the out at first, and he doesn't. Everyone is safe as Everhart kind of bobbles the ball there, and now it's a 6-3 ball game.
Yeah, Everhart bobbled it, got over to it. It went over between first and second. Everhart got there and bobbled a little bit. Then he just went with the underhand throw and just didn't have enough steam on it to get there in time. So bases loaded after the error. Martinsburg's down 3. As good as Martinsburg has played against up to this point, not a good day today for the Bulldogs.
They gave him a hit on game changer, but yeah, I'm with you, Trip. I think that's an error.
That one popped up into center field. Just 1 out. The runner will score. Maybe not. He decides to go back on a great throw from Canby. Forces Dunbar back to third.
Yeah.
It was a heck of a throw from center.
Yeah, he threw it all the way and held the runner. And then, of course, Lupus was the cutoff that time. So nobody was covering first as Poltar, was tried to move or moved up some on it, and then he had to retreat back.
The F8 on Landon Brady. Connor Smith now due up. He had an RBI single his last time up, an RBI ground out in the first inning.
That's a lot of respect for Canby to not take off, for Speedy Dunbar not to take off there.
First pitch in there, strike. Second one, low for ball 1.
This game could easily be 7-3. Should Canby not have that gun out there that he has.
That one grounded. Oviedo throw to first, and that will end the inning, but not before 2 more runs can score for the Patriots. They're now up 6-3. You're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
You've
put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camion Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow one to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here. Washington on top of Martinsburg 6-3 in this all EPAC affair at the Mingo Bay Classic final day.
For the Bulldogs, number 5.
We're in the top of the 5th already. Carson Buber leading off for the Bulldogs.
So now that I think since the Mogul took care of the $50 gift card, we still haven't given away Spencer's free meal, have we?
We're not giving away
We have
Spencer's
not. So, I
free
mean,
meal.
if you got any more trivia,
We're not giving away
I
Spencer's
think we can
free
certainly
meal.
give it away.
Okay.
Okay.
Oviedo.
Oviedo is up.
Braden Oviedo to the plate.
I apologize. Number 24, Braden Oviedo.
Oviedo getting a chance here to lead off this inning. Martinsburg down 3. Going to have to, get in 5th, 6th, 7th inning, play a little catch-up ball. That means probably taking some pitches, possibly.
Check on the other game here in the Mingo Bay Classic featuring an EPAC team. Jefferson up 4-1. Caleb Fletcher on the mound for the Cougars. So far, he's gone 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, while striking out 6 on 56 pitches. We'll keep track of that game later on in this one. But first pitch into Oviedo's a ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 delivery in there for called strike one.
And again, probably taking, there was a pitch down the middle, but I think they're in a situation where they have to take it, get a leadoff guy on anyway at all.
1-1. Called strike 2. Keeps the bat back, but it's in the zone.
Little out, but we're over here far away.
The 1-1. Oviedo pops that one up, making the grab was Poltar coming a very long way.
Poltar a long way to get Oviedo out. Oviedo got into a 2-strike stance there, tried to slap it out there in the gap. And
now coming to the plate, number 3, Mike Lupus.
Michael Lupus due up.
Michael's due. He's a couple ground outs here. He's due to get this team started off here. This game kind of moving along. Martinsburg's dugout is uncannily quiet, as well as Washington's.
First pitch into Lupus outside for ball 1.
I think you'll see a totally different atmosphere Tuesday night on a night game, but all right, now it's been a long week. Both teams are just kind of, if I hate to say it, but they're kind of going through the motions at the moment.
The 1-0 delivery low for ball 2. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because,
they had a day off yesterday.
They had a day off yesterday.
Kind of a letdown, I think, when I talked to the kids that they didn't get to play another team from, from the area, didn't really want to play one another here, and they got to play each other Tuesday.
I think they tried to switch that around, but to no avail.
Yeah, some teams went home. Things changed. Again, that's what makes it really, Martinsburg was slated to play, Franklin, Virginia yesterday, which would have been another team they haven't seen or wouldn't face it, and that got canceled. They went home. So, that's what we were told.
Yeah, it's 3-1 now after the called strike 1.
Wondering how many teams decide to stay, I guess.
That one popped up in the left center field as making the grab on that one is Jackson Earl for out number 2.
Because Jefferson, we know, got to play somebody at least a little bit different.
Yeah, they were slated to play Goretti. We know Goretti went home. They were what they call a 4 team. That means, you don't definitely, no matter what happens on Friday, you don't play on Saturday. They were in the 4-team bracket, so they were slated to leave last night anyway.
Same with Hedgesville.
And Hedgesville, a 4-team, and guarantee, a 4-team, four-game team who lost their 4th game on Friday, so they went home. No chance to play today. So,
do it for Martinsburg, Landon Sifford going in there for a ball.
We know Frankfurt was still around yesterday. They were down at Surfside Beach, and the whole team was down there. Kurt Zarnecki and his family were there. Said that they ran into their whole group.
Oh, wow.
So
That's pretty cool. Second pitch in there for a ball, 2-0 the count.
Nick Versalini's dad's here in town.
Yeah. Family's in town.
Ran into Coach Byler's dad. Is that what?
Byler's dad and Coach
had some coffee.
Nick's dad had some coffee.
That one popped up, out of play.
2 high rollers in town. They got the VIP treatment.
For sure, yeah.
2-1 to the count, 2 outs. Sifford pops that one up behind where we are.
We had an opportunity to go to a pub yesterday that's owned by a family out of Hurricane, and the lady there had been in Romney over the weekend, so that was a good chat. Had some chicken wings and good time there. So even though it was beautiful out and we should have been on the baseball field.
Sifford strikes out, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuning into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School. As Nick getting out of conversation there. 6-3 Washington on top of Martinsburg. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning here. 2 up for Washington. Jamison Earl, Jackson Earl, and then move it back to the top of the lineup with Cameron Gill.
Yeah, the problem with Martinsburg here is just, again, not being able to capitalize with runners on base here. They've had a couple 1, 2, 3 innings as well, but Washington's putting base runners on each inning and having some free bases and then getting that lineup turned over back to Gill, Dunbar, Moore, and Reed, and those guys are getting it done. And then you get down to Connor Smith, who's also got some RBIs there, and so they're getting some production up and down this lineup, and some of it is just free bases from Martinsburg, where Washington's kind of cleaned the errors up, and because Martinsburg has just put the ball in the air and made the plays a lot easier than the ground balls. In the last inning, Martinsburg got caught out of position at least once, and then allowed some runners to move up on when the cut man wasn't there. So those are things that I'm sure that are on the bullet points to talk about. As Coach Baller will write those down and get that fixed. But I think some of it's just I don't want to use the word exhaustion, but just kind of mentally drained, I would say, after the week, and playing kind of like if this was a championship game or a move-on game or a really meaningful game of the tournament, maybe everybody gets up. But right now, I think both teams are just kind of going through the motions, taking what they get.
The 1-0 delivery hit up and popped up. Cannot see what happened there.
Like he made the play.
Yeah, it was caught down there and right.
Yeah, caught in right. It's 1 out now.
Foul territory.
Yeah. Shout out Nick with the camera views we don't have down here along the first baseline.
Twice now Jameson's flew out the right. This time here comes his brother Jackson.
First pitch from Rubenthal into Earl. That one, great play by Everhart for out number 2. A web gem over there at second.
Yeah, Everhart laid out for that one. It was like a base hit up the middle all the way, and he come from the deep second base spot there. Laid out across his body and caught that liner before it got into center field for a base hit.
Cam Gill, the pitcher, due up. First pitch in there for a ball.
That's a big reason why Keegan's been in the lineup so much is, I mean, his bat's been decent, but it's really because of his defense.
His defense, yep. His ability to take the walks, get on base, bunt. I
would say his bat's been getting better.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a big hitter necessarily, not going to hit a home run or anything, but, I mean, he can get on base, which is important.
He's just a smart hitter,
1-1 delivery low for ball 2.
He's a smart hitter. He'll take, if third baseman's up, he'll take the bunt. If, he'll sacrifice for you. He'll take the walk. He'll get hit by a pitch if you need, if the opportunity arises. And might take a little nap.
3-1 now after the ball called. Trip, don't take a nap. We're getting through this.
I'm getting that vehicle after a while. I might be out.
We're getting through this game.
Base hit.
3-1 count. That one hit. Oh. And great grab by Alter to end the inning in right field as he's 2 flyouts to right field.
That's what Martinsburg needed, a 1-2-3.
1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60.
Yes.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School. Spencer DePuy, Tobin, Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin on camera back in the studio. Dylan Bishop got us started, and now the mogul, Mike Hornby, getting us through this game. Shout out to him for being back there for us for this game that didn't know it was going to happen initially. And kind of got put into a pickle, but
looks like
Hornby saved us from a pickle.
Yeah, like Lopez is going to play third now, and instead of Landon Brady.
Lopez in at third.
Has replaced, subbed in for Landon Brady.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 5, Carson.
As far as I can tell, the rest is pretty much the same. Oh, and Nick fell down again.
Yep.
That's 3 times today.
Yeah.
Due up from Martinsburg, it's the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Buber, Alter, Grove. Buber.
He's checking his snaps over there.
I was checking Game Changer. Looking at the stats today from our pitching.
All right.
First pitch into Carson Buber, fouled off.
Rubenthal's been solid in relief so far.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of that tough first inning for Martinsburg is.
That's a difference.
Yeah, literally.
Be a tie ball game.
But
82nd pitch thrown there by Gill. He's got 5 strikeouts after 5 innings.
That one in there for a ball. 1-1 to count.
Both teams' ERAs, pitchers' ERAs are a little inflated, I think, because of the singles given. That were probably some errors in there.
That one low for ball 2, 2-1. I'll move my head into Tripp's headspace because the umpire is right in this barrier here to me.
Yeah.
The 2-1 delivery outside for ball 1. Or ball 3, excuse me.
Is there not a shower over there at your old condo?
There is. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. You got jokes. 3-1 delivery. That one.
Another fly ball.
Hit into right center field. Jumping under it is Jamison Earl, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Martinsburg quickly getting down to,
Now coming to play for the Bulldogs, Christian
5 outs
Alter.
here. They got to get something started quickly.
Alter due up now.
See if the bottom of the lineup here, the mid to the bottom part of the lineup, can be productive as we move into the top of the 6th with 1 out.
First pitch into him is called strike 1 at the knees.
Have you gotten a camera shot of Rick Alderton yet?
I don't see him.
I believe he's right down there leaning on the fence, isn't he? Rick's been here all week.
The brother of our cameraman, John Alderton. The 1-1 delivery in there. 4-ball, 2-1.
Out of there for a ball.
Gill's 2-1 delivery. High for ball 3.
In there for ball 3, right.
Three, 1 out. Martinsburg down 6-3. 3-1 delivery, swung on and missed.
Come out of his
Strike
hat.
2.
Alter wanted that one. That's as good a swing as he's taken all year. He was hacking.
The payoff pitch, swung on and missed for a strikeout. That's Gill's 6th strikeout of the game.
Now coming to the plate, number 25, Isaac Grove.
Isaac Grove due up. He is yet to register a plate appearance with a hit by pitch and a walk today.
With Washington winning the first game at Martinsburg. And now Martinsburg, should they not come back and able to come back and win this one, it's going to make Tuesday's game very important.
Yeah, I think it will provide some more motivation, maybe.
I mean,
not that they don't need any already. It's an EPAC game. It was a nighttime game, first EPAC nighttime game for Martinsburg at Washington. That one hit into left center field, and that one's going to drop. Grove is going to, and he is going to slide in there for a double for Isaac Grove. Just when you thought Martinsburg was slowing down, they pick it up with a double to the left center field.
That's what they needed there to get things going. The crowd getting a little roused up. We're starting to get later in the game, a little more intensity.
Owen Rubenthal.
Rubenthal, a guy who has some RBIs, has one today, had 3 or 4 the other day, so an opportunity for Martinsburg to chip away here.
That one grounded down the line, but foul. Brings the count to 0-1. 2 outs. Great 2-out base knock there by Isaac Grove.
Grove's heating up, like I say, he's starting to get himself solidly in that lineup when they were all kind of stuck, pedaling their feet, trying to figure out who was going to play the outfield corners.
They just got a balk on him.
Yeah, he balked.
He balked. That'll move Grove to third and 90 feet away from putting a dent into this 3-run deficit.
On Gill, he kind of got up on the mound and then he stepped back with the wrong foot.
The one delivery in there for called strike 2.
He just got caught kind of wanting to be in the windup or the stretch, and then when he stepped back with the wrong foot.
The 0-2 delivery, that one grounded to the second baseman McCarthy, makes the throw over to Smith, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, back in 60.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore DC Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Brought to you by Small & Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. As Rubenthal's day in relief is done after 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout on 67 pitches, 39 for strikes. Facing 22 batters and a heck of an appearance to not think he was going to come in that early.
I thought he threw really well. I just think, Martinsburg, that first inning was a little tough. All the free bases and the timely hit there, I guess you could say, by Washington, but mostly the free bases caused that. Then you put the runners on. Washington was able to get a 2-out hit there, I believe, by Smith. But other than that, did a great job. I mean, he did a really great job coming in, settling in, and giving his team a chance to win. And Martinsburg just hasn't been able to put the offense up.
Yeah, Parker Robinson takes over on the mound. He's pitched 1 inning this year against Petersburg, 1 hit allowed and 3 strikeouts.
He will face 3 of the better hitters in the EPAC here, so we're going to find out real quick. If he can come in and work some really good hitters for Washington. Good test for him,
Jefferson's up 8-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
First pitch into Dunbar, high for ball 1.
They got the bases loaded. Now 9-1.
Yeah,
Cale Fletcher walks.
They are. McClancy is struggling right now to make plays and a lot of walks. They walked the bases loaded last inning before first 3 batters.
1-0 delivery to Dunbar is fouled off, and that could possibly be a run rule after 5 there.
And McClancy just has, I don't know how many walks. You check that, but I mean they walked and hit a few batters.
1-1 delivery from Robinson.
10 walks.
Hit on into left field, and it's going to drop. Canby can't get it, but right there was Grove.
Canby made one heck of a try there. He's holding his side a little bit because he come down hard on that grass out there, but nobody even gets close to that but Canby.
Yeah.
Number 9, Cam Moore.
Yeah, down there at that Jefferson game, I was watching a game changer. 10 walks and a couple errors by McClancy.
4 errors, 10 walks.
14 free bases given by McClancy, so a very uncharacteristic day for that team. Jefferson
taking advantage of it.
Taking advantage of it.
Now into bat, Cam Moore, a Fairmont State commit.
And 1 hit by pitch as well, so 15 free bases.
First pitch in him goes to the backstop, so Dunbar will move over to second.
Yeah, he cut that one loose. First lefty that Parker's seen here today. Is tough break for Robinson on that pop fly. It was just a bloop that just found the hole out there. Could have easily been an out. Should have been hit, a different direction. But now he's got a man on second. Nobody out. And 2 of the toughest hitters in the EPAC coming to the plate.
Oh, that one popped up in the infield. Lupus comes and makes the catch for out number 1.
Back to the Jefferson game here for a second. I wonder if they maybe had an injury, or I'm not sure, but one of their pitchers only went 2 innings and had 5 strikeouts in those 2 innings. So I don't know if that was early in the game or
Maybe he only Maybe he only had enough to pitch 2 innings.
Enough what?
Enough pitching, like days off or whatever. Maybe they needed to use him here in a few days, so they only wanted to pitch him a little bit. Who knows? A lot of things could happen. But due up is Colin Reed. But looks like we're
15 for 23.
Or they put Colin Reed on.
Yeah, they put him on.
Not surprisingly, on the intentional walk.
Here comes his little brother.
For Michael Poltar.
Here comes a younger Reed.
What's his first name now?
Brady.
Brady Reed.
Reed coming in.
Brady or Brandon?
Brady. Brady Reed coming into play.
Now batting number 15, Brady Reed.
Does he go to left field?
We'll see. Brady Reed coming in.
The freshman making the trip down here.
Going to get a chance to hack it against Parker Robinson, middle and first and second.
That
Comes
one
in there
fouled
swinging.
off. Yeah, first pitch swinging, fouls that one off beyond the Washington dugout. Looks like we got another pinch hitter on deck. Or no, that's Lopez, right?
Yeah.
That one hit into shallow right field. Mike Lupus, or excuse me, Everhart will throw to Lupus for out number 1, but that'll move the 2 guys up. So Brady,
4-3, there's a line
Brady
drive.
Reed's line drive does something, moves base runners up.
Yeah, did a job there, but
Out batting number 19,
nice job
Lopez.
moving those guys in, giving Lopez an opportunity for 2 RBIs should he find there's some green out there in the outfield. But, yeah, good piece hitting there by Brady Reed. He come in there and took 2 swings, took his opportunity. And
now that one back to the pitcher from Lopez. Will throw to first. And that will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. Do or die for Martinsburg. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 60 seconds.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going through the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here as we're in the top of the 7th inning. Do or die for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Do up for them the 5, 6, 7 hitters, and or excuse me, no. We're at the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. And we've got some changes, pitching changes. That's brought to you by Small & Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361 as Connor Smith comes in to pitch. And he pitched against Martinsburg the last time. We've got some other changes here on the field as looks like Pruitt coming to play first. And do we have any other changes, Tripp?
that's it that I can tell. I think the defense is, Lopez is still at third, and Dunbar short, McCarthy at second. Looks like Pruitt has taken over at first for Connor Smith, who went to the pitcher's mound. So looks like Pruitt's in for Cameron Gill in the leadoff spot. Get around the outfield's Poltar, Earl, and Earl.
As we get to the top of the 7th inning in this pretty fast-moving ball game. Martinsburg needs 3 runs to keep this game going.
Started a couple minutes early, but it's still only hour and 45 so far.
Yeah. Could be under 2 hours.
So we got the top and the bottom. Not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
Martinsburg, Keegan Everhart, opportunity to get on base and then pass it on down to some of the guys at Martinsburg's top.
So Everhart due up and throw a meeting at the mound.
Meeting of the minds.
Meeting of the minds to hype up their pitcher, Connor Smith, the young man.
Freshman.
I was going to say, I thought he was a freshman.
He's still the biggest guy in the meeting.
He's obviously trying to close this one out for Washington, and he pitched well, like I said, in the pregame and that first game between these two teams.
Mm-hmm.
In relief of Colin Reed, who unfortunately hasn't been able to pitch since that game.
Hopefully he will soon, though. He told you guys the other day. First pitch now into Everhart, high for ball one.
Can they, keep this type of game when they head back to the Eastern Panhandle will be key for this Washington team.
It will be.
Yep.
Second pitch in there for called strike one.
They've been very inconsistent. They come out and play like this, and and put pressure and possibly be victorious over a good program like Martinsburg. And then other times they can show their age.
Everhart faces the bunt, pulls back. It's 2-1 now.
See, Martinsburg still is not too wound up in that dugout as we've seen them in the past this week. So it's kind of one of those days that you have.
The 2-1 delivery from Smith. Everhart bunts down the line, and he's going to try to beat it out, and he does.
And that's what Everhart does.
Everhart beats it out.
Second base hit of the day.
Bunt base hit.
Great job there by Everhart getting himself on base anyway at all.
And you think he might look to steal maybe, but Moore's obviously got a great arm.
He's not stealing here. He's going to not get anybody thrown out down 3. His run means nothing, so he's going to go base to base. If he has to be, even a dirt ball, he's going to have to be really, cautious. Lefty on
first
the
mound. Pitch into Camby's in the zone for called strike one.
Camby, he's due, as we talked about all day. And opportunity for him to pass it down. He has to take first pitch no matter what. So
the 1-0-1 delivery, high for ball one.
So he is ready to go. He's taking his first pitch for strike. Now he's probably has the green light. Everhart's trying to be safe.
The 1-1 delivery.
Strike two.
At the knees for strike two. 1-2 with one on, no outs.
Big spot here for Camby to come out of his little semi-slump he's in.
1-2 delivery. That one over to third. They're going to get Everhart at second. Just the lead runner, though.
That ball got on Lopez quick, and he kind of did the bunny hop, and it got up in his glove there. Lucky to have that one, but Washington will take it. Nothing's really went well for Martinsburg today, and but Washington's taking advantage of every opportunity they've had. So
Oviedo due up for the Bulldogs here. Down to their final 2 outs. First pitch into him is called strike one.
Yeah, again, no really chance for him to swing there, so might as well groove it.
The 0-1 delivery swung on and missed for strike two.
Oviedo taking a big hack. Oviedo's not scared to hit with 2 strikes, that's for sure. We've seen that all week, spreading out a little bit here, and Connor Smith out there doing a great job.
0-2 delivery, that one to the backstop. Camby moves to second.
Oviedo spread out with a little bit of a 2-strike approach, something that at this level, these young men seem to not be able to want to do. Strikeout numbers will be low because of that.
That one popped up. McCarthy will take it at second for out number 2 as Martinsburg now down to their final out with the fly to the second baseman McCarthy.
Now coming to the bat for the Bulldogs, number 3,
Michael Lupus. Do or die for the Bulldogs here. First one to him is high for ball 1.
He'll be taken until he gets a strike, of course, like everyone has to when you're down runs, until you get the tying run on usually, or even maybe beyond that.
That one low for ball 2. In there for called strike 1, brings it to 2-1.
We'll start to see him swinging now. Should he get the pitch he likes?
The 2-1 delivery, that one popped up into left field, but that one's going. And he didn't make the catch, but to the wall for an RBI double for Braden Oviedo, bringing home Jordan Canby, for Michael Lupus, bringing home Jordan Canby, and the Bulldogs are still alive.
Down to their last strike there, or last out, and looked like Lupus might have gotten that one out of here when it first left the bat, but haven't seen the ball carry really good here yet, and that thing made it out to the wall, and Foltar gave it one heck of a shot, though. He kind of went over the shoulder dive.
That went, 310 feet?
Yeah, it was out there.
Now due up for Martinsburg, Landon Sifford.
He wants to do the same thing, but he'll have to take a strike.
First one in there for called strike 1.
Now back over for Landon Sifford.
6-4 is the score now. On the RBI double from Michael Lupus. That one in the dirt.
Nice job by Cam to keep that thing in front. Keep Lupus at second. The last out's always the hardest out to get, it feels like. As soon as you think you have a team beat, you just cannot get that last out.
The 1-1 delivery popped up into right field. And that was Jamison Earl making the catch for the final out of the ball game as Washington defeats Martinsburg 6-4 here in the Mingo Bay Classic, our final game. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show. You're tuned in. T-Pack Baseball from the Mingo Bay Classic on Talk Radio WRNR TV10 back in 2 minutes.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going through the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. all on the postgame show. So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back to Waccamaw High School here as we begin the postgame show. The postgame show brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations all around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's Fast, Fresh, Friendly here in the Fast, Fresh, Friendly postgame show. Spencer Dupuy, Trip Tobin, Nick Verzolini hunting down head coach JT DeSarno, and we're going with Cam Gill today, right?
Yeah, Cam Gill, of course, he kept his team in there and just threw to contact for the most part, but got some very timely strikeouts to end the first and second inning when Martinsburg was threatening. At that time, the game could have went either way. Then he settled in for a 1-2-3 inning and he just cruised from there. And Connor Smith comes in and gets the final 3 outs. And just a good day on the mound for that young man. I'm not sure he knew he was going to pitch because speaking of some of the players, they didn't really know, and Coach didn't give us much yesterday when we asked. So
he said not 100%. So I said, all right, I won't write it in the scorecard yet, right. But it was probably going to be him.
But yeah,
he had a heck of a day.
Yeah, he had a great day. 5 strikeouts, I believe. Kept the walks down to a minimum. Fought through some adversity in the first inning when Camber reached on an error. Then he got singled home, and then got a strikeout to end that inning. Next inning gets single. Guy gets on the walk, and then he strikes out a guy to end that inning. So he shut both of those innings down. And after that, Washington pretty much felt like they were in control from that point on. Never really felt like Martinsburg was threatening much.
Yeah, we'll look at the game summary brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. When it comes to your home auto, farmer business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Martinsburg got things started in the first inning with to lead 1-0 in the top of the first. Then Washington took advantage of getting players on base, and it was 3-1 in favor of the Patriots. Then Martinsburg would score a run in the second to make it 3-2. No runs in the bottom of the second for Washington. No runs in the top of the third for Martinsburg. But Washington would add 3 over the third and fourth, while Martinsburg could only add 1. And then Martinsburg would get 1 in the seventh, but that was not enough. 6-4 the final. And so it goes 4-7-0 for Martinsburg, 6-9-1 for Washington. I think that should be 4-7-1. I think Martinsburg should have at least one error on there. But that was the line there, the line on the scoring. And I think we're going to hold up here as we should be joined by head coach JT DeSarno soon if Nick went over and scheduled that for us, which he did. He says, of course I did. All right, so we'll do the same thing we did the other day once we get Coach DeSarno down here. But that will wrap things up. We'll check the score between Jefferson and McClancy here before the end of it. If you want to do that right now quickly. Is the game still going on?
Jefferson's up 9-1.
Up 9-1.
And it's the top of the sixth. Caleb Fletcher still pitching.
We're waiting for head coach JT DeSarno. He's making sure all his players get their stuff off the field. But Jefferson in line to win that one and finish Myrtle Beach.
Fletcher went 5 2/3, has 11 strikeouts, only allowing 1 hit and 1 earned run. So big day for Caleb Fletcher. And we've been looking for that out of him, since the beginning of the season. He's had a couple outings, but this looks to be a very strong, dominant outing here as Jefferson is taking advantage of a lot of McClancy walks and errors, and 10 walks, 4 errors. So
looks like we're going to be joined now by our WVU Medicine player of the game. WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. It's the pitcher, Cam Gill. Talked with head coach JT DeSarno yesterday. He wasn't 100% on who he was going to start, but you came out today, had a whale of a game, 6 innings, giving up 5 hits while striking out 6, giving up 2 runs earned.
Well, honestly, I came into this game thinking Martinsburg, their rival, so I was prepared. The main thing I was doing was throwing strikes. 1 inning, it got me. I was throwing a lot of balls, but, fixed my mechanics and kept going from there.
It was a great day for you out there. You guys come in here and long night, long week, I'm sure. Guys are exhausted, but that's kind of the grind of the baseball, kind of the grind of the sectional tournament. You showed some grit out there, fighting through it early morning. How was the team able to get up this morning and come out here and perform the way they did?
Man, we got up. We came in here tired, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But, we warmed up, hit a little bit, and, we locked in as a team in general.
Right. We had a great day. First inning, like you say, the Martinsburg threatened. So we were trying to keep you here long enough until they throw a little water on you. But, yeah, it was a great day. The first inning, Martinsburg threatened. The second inning, they threatened. Both innings, you ended on a strikeout, a high note. After that, your team gave you 3 in the bottom. They capitalized off some free bases in Martinsburg, and like you said, you cleaned it up after a couple innings, and you guys kind of cruised there. And it's a rivalry game, and it's going to how you guys feel coming into Tuesday night's game now.
We feel really good. All we can do is compete.
All right.
Yeah, how weird does it feel to play a conference game at the beach?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's weird.
All right, thanks for the
game,
time.
buddy.
Go celebrate, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
We're waiting for head coach JT DeSarno to make his way over. Hopefully, we can get him over here. But Colin, did you have the camera face that way? Yes. So we did catch the water bath on TV. Pretty cool. We're just waiting for head coach JT DeSarno. So there he is. Hopefully he can come on over. I think he's coming this way now. Hopefully. Yeah.
We'll get electrocuted over there.
He should be good. We're joined by head coach JT DeSarno coming off the 6-4 victory over Martinsburg. Now 2-0 on the season against them, and you'll face them again Tuesday. It was kind of a warm-up per se to play them again, but coming off of not knowing how the things were going to go yesterday, obviously with the rainouts, and then getting scheduled to play them an early morning for you guys. Your team came out and played pretty well, took advantage of what was there for them.
Yeah, it's anytime you get out here, you got to play. No matter who the opponent is, no matter where it's at, they schedule the game, we're going to play. And kids responded well. I think it's a little easier for them to get up with a team that they know versus a team they're not sure of. So I think you saw a little more energy today maybe than later on in the week. So I'm happy for them. It's a good way to leave.
Yeah, it felt like, we were wondering if the team's going to come here and kind of go through the motions. We didn't quite see the raw emotion that we usually see in the EPAC games back home, but been a long week. I we talked to Cam about it, coming out here and having some grit and just sticking with it. It's very similar to what it's going to be like come sectional week when you have to play day after day after day and play, throw your 2, 3, 4 guys on the mound and other guys get moved around the field. So, that's the one thing I like about this tournament is you do have to play, 4 straight days, or usually. But anyway, you guys come out and found some energy and was able to do it. And, it looks like, and we talked about it. They're young and there's some inconsistencies there. And we see flashes of brilliance, but looks like they're growing. How do you feel going through the rest of the season here as you kind of make a turning point?
Yeah, I think, it's kind of been the process this year. We had early success last year. We haven't had that much success this year. Not as much as I'd like to see, but you can kind of start to see some improvement. Like you said, we've cut down on our errors, and I think even the games that we have lost, we're kind of more competitive, and it's not really handing it to them. It's more a play here, play there versus, the constant errors. So we're getting some experience behind our belt, even with the younger guys, and as that happens, the confidence in them, they feel that they belong a little bit. So, it's coming around. Hopefully, again, the goal is to win section and region, and then really once we get to our best ball at that point, we're good to go.
Hey, Coach, you were able to put Connor Gill on the mound today. Didn't know 100% where you're going to go yesterday around this time, but he has a good game, 6 innings, gives up 5 hits, strikes out 6 while giving up a few runs, but overall for him, a pretty good game.
Yeah, Cam Gill, his last 2 outings, we had Greenbrier East there before we left in the doubleheader, and he pitched the first game of that. I think he had a perfect game through like 6 1/3. And we ended up tough luck lost there, losing 2-1. They got timely hitting, we didn't. But this is his second outing in a row. If he's an arm that I can rely on towards the stretch, it's just one more guy that we can count on in a big spot. So happy for him.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time, and we'll see you soon. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. Safe travels home.
Thank you. You as well. That was head coach of the Washington Patriots after the 6-4 victory over Martinsburg. Head coach JT DeSarno. We'll wrap things up here momentarily with some game stats. We'll look first. Game stats they're brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South and Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. We'll start with the pitching for Washington. As I said, 6 innings for Connor Gill, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He gets I believe he gets the win, and game changer, it's given it to Connor Smith.
No.
What?
Gill gets the win.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Gill gets the win. Connor Smith gets the save. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and no strikeouts, but under 100 pitches for Connor Gill today, facing 26 batters. Smith had to face 5. Looking at some numbers hitting-wise for the Patriots, Brandon Dunbar, a 3-for-4 day, no RBIs, but a 1-for-3 day for Cam Moore with 2 RBIs, 1 hit for Colin Reed, a hit and an RBI for Poltar, an RBI for Brady, a hit and 2 RBIs for Connor Smith, and a hit for both Cam Gill and Jackson Earl. For Martinsburg, looking at some stats, it was Ben Reisenweber, tough luck. Had to come out after giving up a few runs, after 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Rubenthal, who takes the loss, unfortunately, he goes 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3
Are the
earned.
cameras catching this? You got a cop on the field taking some ground balls.
But Rubenthal, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Parker Robinson comes in, has a pretty good inning, just gives up 1 hit to finish things off. And for Martinsburg, they scattered 7 hits, 2 hits for Keegan Everhart and an RBI, 1 hit and 1 RBI for Owen Rubenthal. Hit 1 for 3 is Buber. Alter scores a run with a walk for Grove. Grove goes 1 for 1. Mike Lupus goes 1 for 4 with an RBI, and Oviedo goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. But Washington gets the win over Martinsburg. They'll play again on Tuesday. We'll get a double check of the Jefferson score before we head out here. They're up 9-1 over McClancy, and in the bottom of the 6th inning, so likely going to wrap that one up. They could wrap it up here. They got a runner on and 2 out, so if they get the run in, I believe they'll wrap things up there. Or if they get 2 runs in, they'll wrap things up. But an overall, that'll end us here for the week. We'll double check our schedule for next week. On Tuesday, we'll Jefferson at Hedgesville. Softball will move over to things on Thursday. Martinsburg at Jefferson, and finish it out the week at Martinsburg. Spring Mills at Martinsburg, and then Saturday we'll have Grace Christian out of Maryland at Martinsburg. But that'll do it for us. For our cameraman, Colin McLaughlin, for Dylan Bishop and Mike Hornby, thanks to them back in the studio, tag teaming this one. For Trip Tobin, Nick Verzolini, I'm Spencer Dupuis, saying so long. We'll talk to you on Monday for the Sports Mix.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
April is National Donate Life Month. WVU Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 9 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 150 people through tissue donation. Join WVU Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.